Tiermaker. These are still a thing in 2020, right? Well, if not, let's finally kill off this trend for good. Yesterday, the NHL unveiled the All-Star Game jerseys for the 2020 NHL All Star Game. It's more of a mini tournament. And, Oh, but they have lines like a music sheet. We'll get to those. But it did give me the idea of going back, looking at all the All-Star Game jerseys that there have ever been, and ranking them via Tiermaker. Because why the hell not? We're going to get right down to business, because why the hell not? And mainly because we have a lot of jerseys to go through. Now, we are using NHLuniforms.com, a lovely, lovely site if you have never heard of it. And we start off with technically, well, it's not an All-Star Game jersey, it's from the Ace Bailey benefit game, but it is the first All-Star jersey listed on the site. And look, it's for a benefit game. It goes into okay, because it doesn't have to be the best jersey in the world, but it was designed for a very good reason, so it stays in the okay. But yeah, it's not phenomenal. And the same thing with the Howie Morenz Memorial Game. I don't think I'm going to call a jersey okay or, bad, or even put it in the why is this a thing section when it was for a memorial game for somebody who died. So that also goes into the okay. And the Babe Siebert Memorial Game jersey, same thing, straight into the okay section, because that's where it belongs. Then we get to the first real All-Star Game, 1947 to 1959, and like, it's weird to judge jerseys, because, like, okay, would I own one of these? Would I want to own one of these? And it's like, not really. So that kind of puts it into the okay at best. But even then, I'm not a big fan. They don't belong in the why section like certain jerseys will. That's gonna go straight into the bad. I'm sorry. Maybe my taste is horrible, but that goes into the bad. Maybe we're a bit too much in Montreal territory up top, even though kind of color-wise, I'm just not a big fan. Then we have the 1960 to 1963, where it would match the NHL's logo. I just don't. It's just tacky. Like, okay, hey, it's the All-Star Game. We have stars on them. Nah, that's not for me. That's not for me. It really isn't. Then though, 1964 to 1968, they added an extra star on the back. Ooh, futuristic. Yeah, that's gonna go into the bad section as well. As you can tell, the creativity was not exactly flowing up until 1968, but in 1969 that changed, because now navy blue was a thing. Navy blue was a thing, of course, after the NHL's first initial big expansion. I gotta be honest though, I like these. I like these a lot. Why? Because you get a nameplate on the back rather than extra stars. That's the first one going into the good. I don't think the great section's gonna be all that populated, but yeah, no, big fan of these. And we'll say significantly better than some of the other jerseys we're gonna talk about here pretty soon. 71 to 72. I mean, I think all they really did was change up the striping or the piping a little bit. No, even the piping's basically the same. I think they just added NHL logos to that one. It's slightly redesigned is very true. I gotta be honest though, it gets dropped to okay, because why do you gotta slap the NHL logo into the middle of the star? And then we got 73 to 78, and then 80 to 81. And again, don't know why you need 3 NHL logos there. If you just took away the branding, these would be tremendous. But instead, they go into the okay, because I'm that petty. But they're nice. They are nice. Then you had the 1979 Challenge Cup. Pretty simplistic. Again, pretty simplistic. That'll go into the okay section. They're fine. And then we get to these. Oh, these beautiful, beautiful deals. Because unlike what I said earlier about, like, oh, come on, why do you got to slap stars on there? If you're going to slap stars on a jersey for an All-Star game, this is the way to do it. These go straight into the good category. Not quite the great, because the standard for great is extremely high. But yeah, no, those are tremendous in 1982. And in 1983, slightly redesigned. But these, Rangers numbers and all, oh, these go straight into great. Because those are tremendous. Those are all-star jerseys, damn it. Unlike, again, other jerseys we're going to talk about later on. Those are tremendous. They're simplistic, but they're nice, and they're beautiful. As are the 84 to 86s. And, I mean, just all it changed was the word marks were reversed, and now you have the, you know, it's just, you know, slightly different. And in fairness, actually, those, I would actually, you know what? These are going to go into the good. Those redesigns are going into the great. That's what's happening there. And in 1987, that's what they wore against the Soviet national team. Those are just okay. Just okay. And we have 1988. Again, the same thing, basically, that they had before, except now it's just the NHL logo slapped on it instead of the conference. Well, you know, we're gonna put those into the okay, because I feel like those are a step below these, and these are a step below that. So right now we only have one in the great as we get up to 1989 to 1991, and yeah, those are pretty damn nice. They are. Those are pretty damn nice. I don't think they're going all the way into great territory. It's close, though. They're going into the good. And then we have 1992, 75th anniversary of those original jerseys that we talked about. And, yeah, I wasn't a fan of them way back then, and I'm not a fan of them in 1992. 93, excuse me, they go back to this design, which, again, I'm a fan of. We'll put those into the good yet again. But then 94 to 97, you knew that these were coming. You knew that these were coming. And you knew that they were going into great tier. If anything, there should be a tier above great tier, because they deserve to be in their own class. And really, they deserve to be called more than great. These are the best All-Star jerseys ever made. By far. By far. And I find it to be kind of ridiculous that since 1994, you know, we're approaching 26 years now. Yeah, no, you haven't topped these. You haven't topped these. Just tremendous. However, 98, 99, I really like these too. They switched to the North America versus World format. I really like these a lot. And you know what? I actually do kind of regret my decision to not have a tier above. I'm tempted to knock those down, but I'm going to stick with my initial judgment. They're in great to good. And maybe it's because they came after the best jerseys of all time, but then again, I really do like those. You know what? I don't care. Those go in the great tier as well. Back-to-back eras of jerseys. Eras that are just phenomenal. And then you get to 2000, 2001. Maybe it is because of what they went from to this, or maybe these are just that bad. These are going into the Y category, because why the hell were these a thing? That's just a whole bunch of no from me. Not a fan. Maybe it's the extra striping across. I think if you got rid of that striping across and the mini numbers as if it was baseball, you'd be good to go, because at least you wouldn't be in the Y category. Those just no. That's a whole bunch of no from me. Then you have the 02 All-Star Game, which, yeah. The colors are similar enough that it was difficult to distinguish between the two teams at the time. So here's the thing. If you were to watch these two teams play, yeah, I could see why you'd have a little bit of trouble. As far as them actually being jerseys, though, I like them a lot. Although the numbers, you know, the number towards the bottom is a little bit of a weird choice too. But I could see, though, if you watch the 02 All-Star Game, how you might have trouble with two darker colors distinguishing. I can't speak. I just woke up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They're good. They're good. Are they okay or are they good? That's the question. Because 2003, they switched to that. And, you know, I think with those, we're going into the good category. These are going into the okay category. But then we get to 2004, and it was based on, you know, Minnesota colors and everything. These, spoiler alert, are the last real All-Star jerseys that I really liked. And I think you can tell. They're simplistic, but they're very, very nice. They go in to the great tier. There's no doubt about it. 2007, very strong option. Very strong effort this time out. Reebok, you did well. I'm going to put those into the good category. I'm shocked. There's only one in the Y category thus far, but I'm sure you remember the last decade. Don't worry, we'll get to it. 2008, the crest change on the jersey. I'm still fine with it. I still like those quite a bit. Those are still going into the good category as well. 2009, no, that also goes into the Y category. I'm sorry. I think those are just absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. Not great. 2011 to 2012, I am a little bit nostalgic for these jerseys, but it's just the weird lines. Just, no. Just, I don't feel great about putting them in the Y category, but I also don't feel okay about putting them into the okay category. I guess they have to go into the bad. I like them, but I could admit that they're just weird. They're just weird. I don't know what's up with the whole striping. Oh, the neon. Oh, the neon. I have a soft spot for these jerseys in a way. However, why the hell do these exist? Why the hell do these exist? That's, That's just a whole bunch of nope. The 2016, the John Scott year, these are okay. They're okay. They're kind of bad, though, but they're kind of okay. I don't know. John Scott, it was a great moment and everything, but they're just not good. They're just not good. And then 2017, where, of course, they went into the tournament format. I mean, the Pacific, fine. The Atlantic, I don't know why the Atlantic had yellow. I don't remember. I mean, this was in Los Angeles, wasn't it? So I guess that would make sense because they had the yellow for LA and the purple there. They're okay. They're okay. They're okay. Simplistic, but we'll go with okay, especially compared to what they had in the years before or what they had the year afterwards. Not a fan of 2018. Like, I don't know. The Stamkos one it's all right. The Subban one's all right, but then you get to the Metro, you get to the Pacific. I guess the Pacific's not that bad. Like, these two I like a lot. These two, I'm gonna put it into the okay category. That works. That works. Then we have last year's jerseys, which it's like, it's in San Jose, and they're ecologically friendly or used plastic debris. They're nice. Like, they're okay. I didn't buy one. They're fine, I guess. I'm putting them in the bad. And then we get to this year's, which, in my opinion, as much as I said that 94 to 97 should have its own class, these should have a class of their own as well. Because 94 to 97 is undisputedly the best jersey of all time. These are, and it's tough to say something like this because it just seems overly reactionary and everything. Legitimately, these are the worst All-Star jerseys in NHL history. And I get that, like I said, it seems reactionary because they're brand new, but I'm sorry. These are absolutely horrific. From the placement of the patch to just the different, coloring of the logos and everything. Like, I'm sorry, the Nashville logo looks horrific. Most of the yellow logos, like the Bruins logo, looks awful. Just, no. And you don't keep up with the pattern either, because the Leafs just outright have their logo, but then you did that to the Florida Panthers logo. No. These are, by far, the worst All-Star jerseys ever made. So if I had to have, if we're picking the worst, right? If we're picking the worst jersey of all time from the Y category, it's this year's. If we're picking the best from the great category, it's 94 to 97. But I'm kind of surprised, actually. There were a lot more that I viewed in the good. I thought we'd have more bad jerseys than good jerseys. I'm not surprised that there were that many in the middle ground. but you notice a theme. You notice a theme for how many of the more recent jerseys of the past decade are in the bad to the lie category for me. But again, it's all down to personal taste. We're just judging jerseys off of how you think they look. And these jerseys thus far have been very divisive. Some people love these. Some people hate them. But, hey, at the end of the day, it's a jersey that I don't have to spend my money on because I don't think they look that good. But, yeah, just a quick little video idea to finally kill off the Tiermaker trend if that hasn't been done already. Of course, you can find the link there. Type it in. Go ahead. Rate them, although it is very tough to see these jerseys without using, NHLuniforms.com. But, again, tremendous site that you should check out if you have not already done so. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to all my patrons over on Patreon. Greatly appreciate all of you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.